Hello, in this video I'll be explaining why I love Deltarune. We're fighting the Roaring Freaking Knights. The idea is that this video is going to end the second I die to the Roaring Knight, so it'd be like, I'm trying to frantically dodge attacks while explaining it. Alright, so that's fun. Alright, so first up, Deltarune, like the fact that it's releasing in chapters, not all at once, that's just an amazing choice, an amazing call, because if it released all at once, it would not have like a lasting impact on me, or like it wouldn't be like this huge big thing to me as it is right now, because I would have played it all in like 2 weeks maybe. But the fact that like releasing in chapters means like you get to like theorize about everything, like find all the secrets that you possibly can, which I like. I like finding secrets. I like seeing everything that it has to offer. Like Undertale, for example, I didn't really get to experience Undertale through playing it. Like my experience was because like it released like what 2015. I was like 9 or 10. Like my experience was like through YouTube videos, and like of course I didn't understand the plot that much because I was like a kid and I watched like the neutral route first. But then it was like I watched like you watch a bunch of YouTubers play it, pacifist genocide route, but like experiencing it through playing it is just different than watching it. And it's hard to think while dodging these attacks. Holy crap. Oh, whoopsie daisies. And so basically, like chapter 1 was like what, 7 years ago? Holy crap. So give me 1 second. So you can look back at chapter 1 as like, it's like nostalgic, right? When it was still coming out, you can still be like nostalgic for like the first chapter. And like the way the first chapter like plays is just different than chapter 4. Like something as simple as like what, like the sliding animation. Like there's a difference, and so it's just like a nostalgic feeling. Which yeah, that's what's cool about it. It goes like a chapter 1 feeling, a chapter 2 feeling. I guess the atmosphere is different for each chapter, and it's gonna be different for chapter 5 and 6 and 7 as well. I'm pretty sure. Like I can count on that. So eagerly awaiting for that is just so fun to do, because like stuff like theorizing. Like it's just really fun, because like one of the things like like right now the Roaring Knight, like oh who's the Roaring freaking Knight, and I wanted to make a video about that before chapter 5 came out at the very least, which I mean I guess I still have like a year to do that, so I'm not in any rush, because like I think like Rudy could be the Roaring Knight, for example. Like actually unironically it's a very real possibility is what I think. So like I want to compile my like thoughts into that and like make a video about that at some point. Like the Roaring Knight candidates or whatnot. It's like yeah, the mystery aspect, theorizing, because it's just fun. It's fun to think about it. Like having it in your head, like really thinking about the reasons and whatnot, is just great. Also, I like secret bosses. I guess we'll bring that up since I'm playing the Roaring Knight, or I guess technically Shadow Hoarder bosses, because like this isn't really a secret. I really do like the chapter 3 and 4 secret bosses because chapter 3 boss, it's about persevering, right? It's about persevering because you want to find an outcome that's different than the outcome that you have for right now. Like it's like you're predetermined to lose, like you're destined to lose, you're fated to lose, and so you're trying to break past that. You're trying to find another way, you're trying to break your destiny, like disobey fate or whatever. Okay, that's not good. And chapter 4, it's about persevering in order to better yourself, right? It's not about breaking fate. You're trying to get better at something. That's fast. You're trying to get better at something, and like I'm not gonna like if you're watching this video, you might probably know about chapter 4. But in case you don't, I'm not gonna say what the chapter boss is. But it's like about persevering. You're trying to better your skills, like learn more stuff, and that's these are both perseverance. Chapter 3 and 4, the bosses are both about perseverance. You're trying to persevere through a challenge in order to obtain your goal, but it's different. It has a different like sense to it. Like this is about you're trying to do it because of like fate or whatever, but in chapter 4, it's like purely just to get better. Like I know like you want the Shadow Crystal as well, but that's like the point of it. Like Susie is getting better at whatever it is that she needs to do, like persevering. I said it like 16 times right now, persevering. Holy crap. So So yeah, the whole thing about the prophecy. Oh well, I'm bringing up chapter 4 subject. So if you don't know about chapter 4, then screw you, I guess. The whole thing about the prophecy is really interesting, because like chapter 2, the weird round of chapter 2, we didn't have like any context for like why that's going on or whatnot, because the weird route definitely seems something that you're supposed to go back and do rather than doing it the first time around. You know what I mean? Because chapter 3, you learn about the weird route if you don't already know about it. It gives clues when it comes to like the board games that you can do. So shoot, I hate these diagonals so freaking much. Ah, shoot, Rouse, I know! Ah, whoopsie daisies. But yeah, like, you get hints and teases about the weird route on how to do it in Chapter 3, so it feels like you're supposed to go back to it. And of course, the prophecy in Chapter 4 that says you only have one ending, it's kind of like a challenge to you. Like, you only have one ending, you can't do anything else, you can't avoid it. So it's kind of like you want to find something better, you want to find something new, you want to do anything at all. Which, like, that's why the video is so cool. It's like different from the genocide route. Like, the genocide route is like you're doing it because you have to know what happens next. How the heck is this thing not down yet? You have to know what happens next. That's why you need the genocide route. The real route, of course, might have started as you might have to know what happens next, but with the concept of Chapter 3 and 4, it's more like you're trying to find a different way, by any means necessary, to break the prophecy. Any means necessary. So even if it's negative, even if you're killing people, even if you're messing up people's lives, traumatizing them, you're trying to find a way to break the prophecy no matter what. Oh my god, I didn't even do the breathing thing. I dodged all that. That's crazy. Okay, good. Okay, anyway, what was I saying about the weird route, right? Yeah, you're trying to break the prophecy no matter what. And I feel like the weird route is semi-intended by whoever, like, whoever broke your vessel or whatever, whoever took your vessel and broke it. Because Chapter 1 was all about your choices not mattering, right? Like, that was like the big theme of Chapter 1. Your choices straight up do not matter. Like, fighting the king, pacifying the king, fighting the people, that doesn't have any effect in the long run because it's still all during Castletown. So it's kind of like you gotta get like frustrated, right? It's trying to make you want to like have an effect on the world. Like you're trying to find a way to actually change things because like, oh, my choices don't matter. I'm gonna break the game. I'm gonna find a way that my choice does matter. That's how the weird route happens because it's a challenge to you. Oh, that's not good. I'm about to die. So anyway. I like the themes of this. Chris and the soul, kind of like the dynamic there is just great. Chris probably doesn't hate the soul. They probably hate the situation, not the soul itself. They hate the soul in the weird route though, definitely. Carol seems not to care about the weird route because after that she calls like, oh, Noelle is looking forward to that. Because I guess Carol is like fine with like you finding a different situation for the prophecy or whatever. Assuming that Carol knows about that and knows about the weird route. But it's like I feel like whoever broke your vessel would probably be fine if you in the weird route because finding a different solution is probably the intended outcome anyway. That's why I think that the whole like one ending thing, there's gonna be like, it's gonna be the same ending with different contexts, right? Like different like outcomes or whatever. Like it's gonna be like, the same overall. Like if the ending was something like Final Fight was like the Dark Worlds get closed or whatnot, or like the Dark Worlds get closed, but like, he can like make Rouse stay alive, like by bringing him to like the Light World or not, something like that. Like that, like the Dark Worlds will close no matter what, but Rouse living, it could be changed, and that's. Holy crap, help me, please, help me. Oh my god, Rouse almost died there, that was close. Anyway, like the weird route, maybe you just, I don't know what the weird route could change, but I'm just saying that the ending will change, just like not like objectively. For example, Tenna, no matter what you do, Tenna will get cut down. You cannot change the fact that Tenna will get cut down. However, you can change the fact of Tenna living or dying. So, essentially, the prophecy says Tenna will get slashed, but whether or not he dies isn't written down. So it's the same ending, but what happens after that is completely different depending on what happens. Okay, I'm too slow. I need to hold breath. Alright, there we go. So that's why I like the prophecy, because like the weird route instead of the genocide route, like you trying to find a different answer. And you're doing it in a negative way because you're doing it without caring about Noelle, you're not caring about Birdly, you're not caring about all the people that you hurt, you're not caring about Chris. And so that's why I think there'll be like 3 main endings or whatnot. Like Susie would break the prophecy versus you trying to break the prophecy. Okay, I'm running out of time. I'm gonna die. Let me finish this up then. Essentially, what I love about Deltarune the most is just theory posting, coming up. Oh shoot! I didn't mean to. Oh my god, I completely screwed it up. I was trying to delay that. Okay, well, whoopsie daisies. I completely ruined this. I'm a failure. Anyway, I like theory posting. I like thinking about stuff. Taking the writing, dissecting it, and like I do think dissecting every single line is a little bit cringe because like it leads to complete overthinking. Like Chapter 3, nobody knew what Chapter 3 was gonna be about. We thought that like Toriel was gonna be like more involved than she was, and then so like Chapter 3 and 4 took completely different directions than anyone could have predicted. I think Chapter 5 we can kind of like understand how it's gonna go at least a little bit, but only very little. At the end of the day, we do not know what Chapter 4 is gonna be about. So thinking about this stuff is so fun because no matter what you do, no matter what you think, Toby Fox is going to post something completely different. Like if you thought Toriel was going to be relevant because Toriel was in there when the Dark Fountain closed, then Toriel was just like not relevant at all. And it's same with Undyne too. Like the whole police thing, Undyne only comes in like right now. So I think people were underwhelmed by that, but at the same time, you can't overthink to the point where you think that your answer is correct and everything else is incorrect. Because then at that point, you're like, okay, Toby Fox, what are you doing, bro? You're screwing me over, which is just not at all how you're supposed to do that. All right, I'll give myself like one more minute since I wasn't supposed to kill the Roaring Knight. I like the music. Music is great. Music is amazing. Battles are just. I love the battles, bro. Like the battles are just absolutely sick. The atmosphere of the Dark Worlds, the Light World sections are good too. The mystery with that is kind of like Sans. What's going on with Sans over there? The bunker. Oh man, the bunker mystery has been eating my mind for multiple years, bro. I remember chapter one when I played through that. Like I don't know what, because like the thing when you play like a lot and you go to sleep, you like close your eyes or whatever, and you start like thinking about stuff like hallucinations, essentially like daydreaming, but like you're trying to go to sleep. I freaking imagine so many ways that bunker could have been opened. Like trying to open that bunker, like that's what I like. That's what I like about secrets. Like go through everything, try to see what you can do, what secrets there are. So when chapter 3 and 4 came out, I wanted to play the heck out of those, find all the secrets, find the eggs. And I'm gonna do the same thing for chapter 5, but I like single chapter releases because 3 and 4 is just a lot of content. First and foremost, of course, looking back at it now, it's not as intimidating, but it is intimidating when you have no idea what's going to happen. And I do like a feeling the chapter's releasing, right? Nobody knows what's going to happen. Like you're anticipating so much right now. Like what's correct, what's incorrect, like whose theories, like how much of it's correct, like what kind of bosses we got here, what's going to appear, what's going to happen, what's going to go on with the real route, because that is a thing that exists. And it's just so much thought, so much anticipation, and just experiencing it is just a great feeling. And that's why I look forward to chapter 5 so much, because I think chapter 5 will be a true turning point in this game. I just cannot wait for chapter 5 that much, man. I'm gonna play the heck out of it when it comes out. Anyway, okay, that's gonna be it for this video, because that was more than a minute. I hope I got my main points across. Was this a bad idea? Let me know, please. Let me know if this was completely incoherent because I was trying so hard to dodge the attacks. I just straight up could not think of what I was saying. That is pretty funny. Anyway, in the future though, I do want to make some more Deltarune content. Of course, my biggest contribution was that one video where I did the least amount of Gerson attacks that I could. Oh, there we go. It's just the chapter 4 secret boss, even though I said I wasn't gonna do it earlier. Who cares? But like that's like anyone can do that, right? Like literally anybody can do that. Anyone with a lot of time on their hands can do that, because it just requires just a little bit of thinking and perseverance there. But I want to do theories in the future. I do have like a lot of stuff that I want to talk about. The Roaring Knight identity, for example. Rudy. Why could it be Rudy? I'll give my I'll give my answer to that question later when I make a video about it. If I make a video about it, I'm probably gonna make a video about it. But and things like challenges, like I want to beat the Roaring Knight 10 times in a row, no hit. That seems kind of insane, but I want to do that because that is definitely fun. And same with Gerson, because that also does seem fun. And I do like how this game has so many aspects to it, so many complexities, and just like the soul is complex, Susie's complex, Rouse is complex, Chris is complex. That you can analyze any one of them, come up with like so many different things to talk about. There's so many things you can talk about in this game because it's incomplete. There is just so much stuff. It is like a whole lot of stuff you can talk, like hours and hours and hours and hours and hours stuff you can talk about. Like there is, it is insane. There is hardly any other media at all that I can just think about this and talk about so many stuff individually, right? That's why Deltarune is just like especially with my heart, because like for me personally, when I play something that I can think about or like watch something, what I'm talking about, like that I can like think about a whole lot after I'm done with it, or like thinking about the future of it, like just so much, like there's certain things that you watch that like you only are thinking about it while you're watching it, but when you turn it off, you go about your business, right? But there are things that you consume that after you're done, that after you turn off your screen, your PlayStation or whatever, it's still in your mind, it's still there, it's still present, it's still within you, it's still like in your heart, you know what I mean? So that's kind of what Deltarune is to me. After playing chapter 3 and 4 for freaking weeks, bro, weeks, I was just thinking about it. I was thinking about like stuff like theories, like things to talk about, like like how strong is the soul? There was a bunch of like soul stuff that we can like power scale a little bit. I'm pretty sure. Like I was talking about before a little bit, like the three main things of Deltarune I've been thinking about. There's just a whole lot, and basically, if I had to summarize it like very shortly, what Deltarune is to me is something that I can just that just really scratches the need to just think about something passionately and just think about when I need to what Deltarune is to me, like why it's just so special is that there's a whole lot of care put into the writing, essentially, that a reader can look into it and just take apart piece by piece, block by block, and analyze everything individually. And it's so good because you can get across so many answers, so many interpretations of what's going to come next. There's so many theories about this that, of course, most of them are going to be wrong. Probably all of them might be wrong as well. But like, there's no wrong way to interpret it until the chapter comes out. And of course, there are more abstract things like the relationship between Chris and Rousai, between Susie and Noelle. That like, there's no wrong answer to how you want to like interpret that if you want to go in a certain different way. Anyway, okay, that's enough. This was gonna be like a whole thing where it's like, okay, I'm gonna try to talk about how I feel about Deltarune facing the Roaring Knight, but I think it turned more into rambles. This was really incoherent. I hope it wasn't. I hope you understand what I'm talking about. My points are because that was just weird. Wait a second, someone say weird? Anyway, yeah, let me know in the comments if you watched this far. Please tell me how bad this is or how good it is. I want to improve. I think my on-the-spot thinking skills isn't that good, so maybe I should just do something like this again, low-key, because there are a lot of things that I feel like I could talk about more clearly if I had time to think about it and like actually like write it down a little bit. But anyway, okay, that's it. That's it for the video. Like it if you like it, comment if you hate it and what you hate about it, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.